Just it took about 7 to 8 months to develop this. And this is a government hospital. You see how it is. Compare with the AIMS hospital. This is not tell the positive of times. They move to some super specialty hospitals like CMC Velo. CMC Velo, one child branch.
Very big achievement in a short time.
Yes.
We have to expand it very soon.
No, we are constructing super specialty. All branches. And we are spending about 300. Yes, all India, including some neighboring countries that are.
Bangladesh also patient they are also they were treated with this.
This Apollo chairman is already there. He visited and he said he is the director of the told you that I was taking
And your results.
Professor M. Bajpai. Show the facility.
Next few days, we are actually working on that. You can see the time for us.
15 days. 15 days.
क्या होता था इसका?
क्या भी नहीं वो पैदा में
We have got Dr. M. Bajpai. He is from All India Institute of Medical Sciences. He is a pediatric surgeon and he is the executive director of National Board of Examinations in Medical Sciences, which is very prestigious assignment for entire India. Today he has been invited as a chief guest for the 12th convocation of Sri Venkateswara Institute of Medical Sciences University. So by taking this opportunity and having such a great experienced doctor to visit Tirupati, we took him to our pediatric cardiac center as well as bird today. And then after seeing that, we would like him to share his experiences of visiting our both hospitals, and we also solicit his assistance, help and cooperation to develop these two hospitals more and also SWIMS. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I think it is God's blessing that I am here today. I was blessed to see two very good facilities which have been created in a very short time after having come from SWIMS, which itself has been now adopted by TTD. So looking at the pediatric cardiac center, it is unbelievable. The kind of work which has gone already into the output is can be anybody's dream. And I am a pediatric surgeon, so I can realize the various birth defects with which children are born, and the cardiac defect is one of the most difficult ones. Especially when the babies are born, they are very young, they have a very high mortality. So people have always tried to avoid surgery for a very long time when they grow up. During this period, many patients die. So therefore, looking at the staggering figures of 1,300 surgeries done since inception of October 2021 in a new facility where you have such a high level of surgery being carried out, generally it takes many years to pick up. So because it's a high voltage surgery and people would like to watch the result, they would like to wait before they refer. So the cardiac part of the surgery takes many years to be recognized, and only then the families come. But here I could see that in a short period of time, and the quantum, not only the quantum, the quality of surgery. The quality of surgery is unbelievable, and this could be tested from any literature across the globe. Young babies of a few weeks have undergone such major procedure. Think of anything. Think about catheterization, think about putting a transplant through a catheter, which is the most in new things these days, and then replacement of the heart, which is in a small baby. I've seen those babies alive and kicking, and they have recovered so fast. It only shows that the quality of doctors, the quality of facilities, and the administration, which is spending probably a lot of time to and effort and dedication and effort to realize this dream. So in terms of the facilities, in terms of the short span, this is not a surprise that as Dr. Dharma Reddy told me, that this particular place now has a more demand. Patients are coming not only from region, surrounding region, but they're coming from across the country, from neighboring countries, as Madam told me. They're coming from the neighboring countries also, and why not? And there are centers, I will not name, who are known for such high voltage surgery in India, and established centers. They are referring their cases, which I have seen myself just now. So, which only shows that, well, this has been looked after very well by the TTD and the administration here. And there is a personal supervision by Mr. Dharma Reddy, and he told me so much about it. I can confer him the doctor's degree, because the passion which he has for patient care is only rarely found anybody beyond our doctors. So I have a feeling that his plan and vision of developing this into a world-class center will not be very long. We at National Board of Examination, we centrally monitor the education programs across the country. We have taken great strides. Our country is short of specialists, and places like SWIMS and the Pediatric Cardiac Center and even the Bird Center here, about which I will talk in a little while, are centers which give so much hope for a country. Our country specialist is deficient in specialists, and therefore centers which are producing specialists, and National Board's mandate is to produce specialists beyond the medical colleges. And therefore, these centers which I have seen just now are just the right place. And we at the National Board try to look at skill enhancing programs. We introduce fellowships. We have got 30 fellowships in different programs. We launched 14 even last year. And this year we are going to launch. Our health minister is a very dynamic person, Dr. Mansukh Mandviya ji. He's launched 14 new fellowships last year. This year he is again going to launch in the middle of May, when we have our foundation day. We have already worked out what are the areas we can launch, and therefore these skill enhancing courses through the fellowship programs, where people actually have been trained in the broad and super specialty, they want to acquire a special skill like catheterization, by putting a transplant through the catheter into like a valve, knee replacement, etc. Such fellowships are being offered there. And the new thing which we have just found, that AI and machine learning, artificial intelligence and machine learning is coming in a very big way. It is opening up markets across the globe. People have realized across the globe that technology literacy is going to take the upper hand over clinical knowledge alone, because you can only spiral and vertically grow if you are able by such support system. And therefore, what the National Board is doing, we have had our final meetings, and soon we are going to launch the fellowship in AI and ML, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning. This will help doctors not only in the pediatric hospital and the birth center, but also in the SWIMS and other places where we have such a dedicated administration like that of Mr. Dharma Reddy and Madam and all the TTD administration. They can be a successful model. So therefore, we believe that very high-end equipment which we have to import for billions of dollars, we can produce them in India. That is what our Prime Minister's dream is, to make in India. And the doctors trained into machine learning and AI is just the way to go. Imagine a linear accelerator, which is for radiotherapy in cancer patient, costs 20 crore rupees. And we need hundreds and thousands of them in our country. We are not able to get because they are so expensive. So we are getting it at a high cost. Once we have our own doctors are trained into this, we will be able to produce them many things, maybe knee replacement devices, etc. Now coming to this center where we are sitting, it's a center which was amazing. It deals with a spectrum of condition, starting from lip repair and palate repair, in several palsy patients. I have seen OT where patient of trauma was being treated. You already have a center of rehabilitation where artificial organs are being available. In fact, the limbs and all. So if you look at, it's a complete center for trauma, and the results are very good. There are 10 theaters, and I could see they were all state of the art. I can only tell you that this region is very blessed, and with such able administration, such good doctors, and the future plans which are so positive, we should be able to have this look up as a world-class center. And we would, from the national board, try to establish a lab here where collaboration between the national board, a tripartite agreement between the national board, between the 5 IITs of our country and many more places, and the SWIMS as well as Pediatric Center and BIRD, there can be a lab where new devices could be developed. So all the best for the efforts of the TTT.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.